Once upon a time, in the heart of the vast African savannah, there was a small village called Umoja. Umoja was known for its rich traditions and stories that echoed through generations. The village was nestled between towering baobab trees and flowing rivers that sparkled under the golden sun. It was a place where magic was woven into the very fabric of daily life, and every rock, tree, and river had a tale to tell. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky was painted in hues of orange and red, an old woman hobbled into Umoja. Her name was Theresa, and she was a mysterious figure cloaked in tattered robes, leaning heavily on a twisted staff. Her face was deeply lined with age, and her eyes glinted with a knowledge that seemed to pierce through to the very soul. The villagers were wary of Theresa, for she appeared to come from nowhere and spoke little of her past. She took residence in a small hut at the edge of the village, close to the dense forest that was said to be enchanted. Though she kept to herself, Theresa always wore a pendant made of a strange, shimmering stone that seemed to pulse with an inner light. Life in Umoja carried on as usual, with villagers tending their crops, herding cattle, and gathering around the communal fire to share stories and songs. However, strange things began to happen. Children started disappearing, one by one, vanishing without a trace. The village was gripped by fear and sorrow, for the children were the heart and future of Umoja. Unbeknownst to the villagers, Theresa was not an ordinary old woman. She was a powerful witch who had been exiled from her previous home for dark practices. Using the pendant's magic, she transformed herself into a stunningly beautiful young woman. Her skin glowed like the first light of dawn, her hair cascaded in waves like the river, and her eyes sparkled like the stars. She named herself Beatrice and emerged from her hut, capturing the attention of every man in Umoja. Beatrice's beauty was mesmerizing, and she carried herself with a grace that enchanted all who beheld her. She began to weave herself into the fabric of village life, charming the men with her kindness and captivating stories. The village elders, who were wise and cautious, noticed the sudden appearance of this beautiful stranger, but they could find no fault in her. The men of Umoja, young and old alike, were bewitched by Beatrice's presence. She became the object of admiration, and many sought her favor, hoping to win her heart. As Beatrice integrated into the village, the children continued to disappear. Whispers of dark magic and curses began to spread, but no one suspected Beatrice. She played her part well, comforting grieving parents and offering to help search for the missing children. Her deceit was flawless, and she reveled in the power she held over the village. One night, a young hunter named Tobi, known for his bravery and sharp mind, decided to uncover the truth behind the disappearances. Tobi had not been as taken with Beatrice's beauty as the other men. He sensed something amiss about her. He began to observe her closely, noting that she often ventured into the forest late at night, returning before dawn. Driven by a sense of duty and the hope of saving the children, Tobi decided to follow Beatrice. One moonless night, he trailed her into the forest, careful to keep a safe distance. The forest was a place of shadows and whispers, where ancient spirits dwelled, and the air was thick with the scent of damp earth and wildflowers. Tobi moved silently, his heart pounding as he followed Beatrice deeper into the woods. She moved with an otherworldly grace, her form barely visible in the darkness. Eventually, she reached a clearing where a large, ancient baobab tree stood. The tree's massive roots twisted and turned, creating a natural throne where Beatrice sat, her pendant glowing brighter than ever. Tobi watched in horror as Beatrice chanted incantations, her voice echoing through the forest. The pendant's light grew intense, and from the shadows emerged figures of children, their eyes vacant and their expressions blank. They were the missing children of Umoja, under Beatrice's dark spell. Realizing the depth of Beatrice's evil, Tobi knew he had to act. He waited until Beatrice was fully engrossed in her ritual, then sprang from his hiding place and grabbed the pendant from her neck. The moment his hand touched the stone, a blinding light enveloped him, and he felt a surge of power coursing through his veins. Beatrice screamed in rage, her beautiful facade melting away to reveal the old witch beneath. She lunged at Tobi, but he held the pendant aloft, its light now a beacon of hope. The children, freed from Beatrice's spell, began to awaken from their trance, confusion giving way to recognition and relief. Using the pendant's power, Tobi chanted the words he had heard Beatrice use, but with a heart full of love and protection for his people. The light intensified, and Beatrice was engulfed in its brilliance. Her screams echoed through the forest as she was transformed back into the old woman, her powers stripped away. With Beatrice defeated, the forest grew silent, and the children were able to return home. Tobi led them back to Umoja, where the villagers rejoiced at the safe return of their beloved children. The truth about Beatrice, or rather Theresa, was revealed, and the villagers were filled with gratitude for Tobi's bravery. The elders, recognizing the pendant's power and the danger it represented, decided to bury it deep beneath the baobab tree, ensuring it could never be used for evil again. They held a grand celebration in honor of Tobi, who had saved their village from darkness. Life in Umoja slowly returned to normal. The villagers continued to share stories and songs, but they also remained vigilant, ever mindful of the lessons learned from Beatrice's deceit. The children grew up with a newfound appreciation for their community and the strength of their traditions. Tobi became a revered figure in Umoja, not just for his bravery but for his wisdom and integrity. He taught the villagers to value inner beauty and goodness over outward appearances, reminding them that true strength lies in the heart and spirit. The story of the beautiful witch and the brave hunter was passed down through generations, becoming a cherished part of Umoja's rich tapestry of folklore. It served as a reminder of the power of love, courage, and the unbreakable bonds that hold a community together. And so, in the heart of the vast African savannah, Umoja thrived, a village bound by tradition, wisdom, and the enduring spirit of its people. The tale of Theresa and Tobi echoed through the ages, a testament to the triumph of good over evil, and the beauty that lies within every heart. If you enjoyed this story, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more captivating tales from the heart of Nigeria. Until next time, may your dreams be as vast as the African sky, and may your hearts be filled with the spirit of adventure. Farewell, and thank you for joining us on this journey.